Urgent: when water starts to pool and seep under missing shingles during a heavy rainstorm, homeowners need immediate help. But fixing a roof is an expensive, high-risk project. The person staring at that ceiling stain is facing a five-figure expense, navigating insurance deductibles and making a decision that will affect their home for decades. Before they even pick up the phone, they start worrying about being scammed, overcharged, or stuck with shoddy workmanship on a massive repair. Because hiring a roofer is a decision rooted in risk, that initial sense of trust is often what determines whether a homeowner calls you or keeps scrolling for another contractor. To build that trust, the standard playbook for most roofing companies is to aggressively collect 5-star Google reviews. A highly motivated homeowner searches for local roofers, sees a company with dozens of glowing ratings, and clicks through to their website. This user flow chart shows a common pattern for many contractors. High-intent traffic moves from the Google search node to the website node, but then the leads vanish at the contact node without ever requesting an estimate. The moment the homeowner leaves Google, they leave that public third-party validation behind. They step into a space filled only with the contractor's own marketing claims, and their hesitation returns. Winning a homeowner's trust on Google builds interest, but that momentum stalls the moment they arrive on a website that doesn't reinforce that same proof. This is why effective roofing websites rely on a concept called borrowed credibility. When a company praises its own work, consumers assign that claim very little weight. But when dozens of independent neighbors validate that same company, the evidence becomes much more persuasive. By importing Google's highly familiar public review format directly onto the website, you maintain that feeling of safety from the search results all the way through the browsing experience. A roofing website shouldn't just ask for trust. It needs to actively show public credibility to justify why the homeowner should take that final step. The most effective strategy involves matching the specific content of a review to the specific intent of each web page, breaking the site down into distinct compartments. The homepage requires broad, foundational reviews. These highlight general professionalism, clear communication, and reliable crews to answer the user's initial question of whether the company is legitimate. Service pages demand targeted social proof. If a user is reading about storm damage, they need to see reviews specifically mentioning insurance claims and storm recovery to feel confident in that specific service. Finally, placing strong reviews directly beside the contact form helps remove last-minute friction right when the homeowner is deciding to hit the request button. Placing reviews strategically across the site turns random praise into a tool that addresses the homeowner's specific anxieties at every stage of their journey. Many contractors try to shortcut this by dumping all their reviews onto a single static testimonials page. These are rarely visited, meaning the proof never reaches the customer while they are browsing services. Another instinct is to overwhelm the user with massive, cluttered walls of text. If the reviews make the site harder to navigate, they can push visitors away instead of drawing them in. Contractors also frequently leave old reviews in place for years. A review from 2019 can unintentionally signal to a homeowner that the company's recent performance might not be as reliable. If social proof is implemented poorly, it can create more confusion and suspicion than if the site had no reviews at all. When these reviews are integrated correctly, the website starts to handle the heavy lifting of building credibility before the first phone call. As homeowner uncertainty decreases, the volume of incoming estimate requests generally increases because the site feels safer to interact with. But managing this can be difficult. It requires constant manual work to curate, format, and embed fresh reviews across multiple pages without disrupting the site's layout. For busy contractors, this manual upkeep is often the first thing to slip. When reviews aren't updated, the site begins to lose the current-day relevance that makes it persuasive to new customers. Reputation Riser is an automation tool designed specifically to handle this process for roofing contractors. It automatically filters and syncs your best, most relevant Google reviews directly to the pages on your site where they will have the most impact. This integration pulls fresh data from your Google business profile straight into your website, keeping your social proof current without any extra manual effort. To stop leaving your strongest credibility stranded on Google, visit reputationriser.com to see how you can automate your trust building and convert more